Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Fortunately or unfortunately, we are getting off early today because, well, I've got to do the happy wife, happy life stuff. We've got a little trip with friends that kind of a getaway for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday. So I'm going to be heading back home, packing, and hitting the road for the next 3 or 4 hours. So you probably won't see me doing too many videos in that time. But, you know, got to do what you got to do. I'd rather be working and stuff. Now, you know what we normally do every day?
Work.
Yeah? And we talk about Dallas Cowboys.
Do some more work.
I'm going to miss you, man. Because he ain't going.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, this is my road dog.
I know, but sometimes it's good to have time to work for a couple of days.
So you're good with that then, huh?
I still got to do it that
I.e.,
quick.
what he's saying is, party at my house.
No. Still got to deal with that the other one.
Okay. Well, anyway, so Michael Anthony will probably be doing a bunch of live streams and stuff and all that. So check him out over the weekend. But anyway, we've got some ugliness that is happening right now. Solar sent me a text, and he was saying that what DeMarcus Lawrence is looking for is 6 years, $120 million, with $55 million guaranteed. What do you think about that?
It's too much. You know what they should do? Trade them, see if they get number one pick and draft somebody in the first round.
Well, here's the problem. Well, you know, the Dallas Cowboys are a victim of their own success.
No, but you could do the New England thing and let them go and get some picks.
You may have to, because
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
the problem is you pay him, you don't have the money to pay. You know, you got Dak. Here's the problem. The Cowboys drafted so well over the last 5 years that you have key players that literally are top players in the NFL that you want to hold on to. DeMarcus Lawrence, tied for first in tackles for loss, second in quarterback pressures. You want to hold on to that guy. You got Dak Prescott, who started out in the top 28, 29, and then finished up at 15, which means really he played at about a top 10 level by the time the season went on. You've got Zeke Elliott, who's two-time rushing champ. You've got Amari Cooper, who was the best man in the slot in the NFL. You got Byron Jones, who was the top 6 cornerback. And these are all key players that are at the top of their positions. And you got to pay them. And they're all young, and they're all happening at the same time. And that's before you start looking down the road at Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith. And you've already got 3 of the top offensive linemen. There's only so much money to go around. And unfortunately, if DeMarcus Lawrence demands are that high, and you pay him that high, guess what? Zeke's going to say, you know what? Best running back in football. I want Ty Gurley, man.
I would give him
Right?
that either. Ty Gurley still has.
I'm just saying, though.
arthritis in his knee.
And it's going to be, the problem is, well, you gave DeMarcus Lawrence top dollar, why aren't you giving me top dollar? And the problem with this is if it's about winning, and this is the problem in the NFL.
It's not about winning anymore.
It's about, either it's about winning, and you do it the New England way, where you don't get the gold watch when you retire as a New England Patriots player.
Maybe if you're wrong.
You don't.
Maybe if you're wrong.
Retire as a New England Patriots player.
Gronk's the only one I know that.
Yeah, but
retired.
Gronk ain't really retired. Gronk's going to come back.
We'll see. But so far, he's the only one that I know that retired as a New England Patriot.
Gronk is not retired.
I'm not saying he's the only one that I know that retired as a New England Patriot. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know anybody else that has.
There's very few, okay? So the problem is if it's about taking care of your players like the Cowboys did for many, many years, Tony Romo and Jay Ratcliffe's and Miles Austin's and Terrence Newman's and Marion Barber's and, you know, these guys, then you can't win. We're looking at probably, after you go through and redo these contracts, of about $120 million going to just a few guys, and still having to put a whole other team out there. And I hate to say it, if those demands are hard, written in stone, and David Cantor, DeMarcus Lawrence agent, it's an ego thing that I got the biggest contract ever. I'm just kind of saying the difference between what? Something wrong? What's that? I don't see it. Is it up? I thought it's up under. Hang on for a second here, guys.
It's on your side. And I can run out there and get it.
No, I'll get it.
I thought I put it under. Yeah, it slipped. I said, no.
That's fine. Didn't want to lose our piece of laminate here. But the problem is, if you pay D-Law, then Amari Cooper is going to want it. Dak's going to want his. Everybody's going to want theirs. And then you have what we had in 2015 and 2016. You have everybody getting paid, but you don't have backup players that are going to play valuable minutes. So I don't know what the answer is on that one.
So the answer is
but
trade. Trade ball is hot.
That's the thing. Because here's the thing: if you do hold on to them, let's say you work it out, maybe it's $100 million, 5-year deal. How many players will that prevent you from getting to replace them? Now, I want DeMarcus. Don't get me wrong. I want DeMarcus Lawrence on my team.
Not for that
but
price.
The reality is if you can get a good trade, this is New England-esque. New England's taken Pro Bowl offensive linemen in training camp and traded them and gotten value back for them and said bye-bye. And people are like, how you going to trade that guard who's protecting Tom Brady? We've seen them trade linebackers that are about to get paid to Cleveland and get high draft picks. So you got to start looking at that and saying that maybe if you can get a good deal, or just say it's a franchise tag or sit out.
He's not playing on the franchise tag, so he's sitting out.
Then maybe you end up having a Le'Veon Bell situation. I don't.
The thing to do is trade him and get some good value for him. Have him sit out. You're not paying him if it sits out.
Man. Boy, I hate this.
I know.
You know?
The answer is trade. There's a team I think will take a chance on.
Well, the question is, but see, here's the thing is, what team, it all depends on which team, because if it's the Jets, hey, great, it's a number 3 pick. If it's, New England, then it's really a 2nd-round pick.
I'm sure that the team will trust him. It's like right.
Now, the problem for Cowboy fans is we fall in love with people.
I know.
And the reality is, had we traded DeMarcus Ware the year before we released him, we would have gotten a whole lot back for it.
They said they was traded on deadline.
Well, and that's herein lies the problem.
You could have got some picks for him.
Think about some of the contracts that have been re-signed, like Odell. Odell just signed that mega deal. He's the best wide receiver in football and everything else. It should be paid like that. But he stayed injured most of last year, and now they traded him.
No, he missed a year.
And that was coming back off of an injury.
He got hurt, I think, the first game of the season. I don't know if it was last year. First game of the season.
autonomous. It's like, no, we don't want to hamstring our franchise for the next 3 or 4 years on a guy who's been injured 2 years in a row. Bottom line is, no matter what you do, it's all a gamble. It's a crapshoot. You just really don't know. I mean, DeMarcus Ware, honestly, when we let him go, he didn't look like he had much in the tank. One of the things that boded well for him was the fact that Denver was doing so well offensively that it basically put them in passing downs more times than not, the opponents, which meant he was basically rushing upfield. He wasn't taking on the run block, so he prolonged his career playing in Dallas, where it was ground and pound because we always run the ball so much more. He wasn't a great run stopper, so it was the right situation for him to be successful. I don't know, man. Well, we'll have to wait and see what's going on news-wise when I get back while I'm packing and get ready to hit the road. But, Mike, you gonna take care of business while I'm gone on the Cowboys? Pick up the slack? E2 Blue, DMV.
I know they will. This was the last one of the night.
All right. I expect you guys to take up the slack.
I'm not sure of the time, but